All right. If I had to start over, what would I do? This has come up in conversation a few times, email, Skype, Facebook, other things. So it's been on my mind. It's been getting asked. If I had to start over, what would I do? I would switch to Mac a lot sooner, for one thing. I got my MacBook Pro in November, December of 2013. And I should have made that switch a lot sooner than I did. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about, though. The question has been posed, I think, partially because I've made videos, I've put content out there lately a few times, kind of talking more about my story going back to September 25th of 2012. Late one night, I was considering my options and just had decided that I was sick of surviving and sick of working constantly, stressing out about finances, never having any money in the bank. I was just sick of all of that stuff. And I knew for sure I needed $5,500 a month to be okay. If I could somehow do that from home, holy cow, if I could somehow do that online with some leverage, even if I had to work, pretty hard to set that up, that would represent a significant improvement in my family's daily quality of life. So the question has come up. So Christian, I'm seeing your content. I'm participating in the community and seeing what Home Business Labs is putting out. Of all the options available and with the experience you have, if you were me, what would you do? Starting at zero, I have nobody on my list. I don't know anything about internet marketing, whether I've made money in network marketing or not. What should I do? I want to hit the premise being, or the understanding, the implication being, that I want to hit this minimum number, this $5,500 a month in my case, or whatever the number is for you. How do I hit that number quickly? So let me answer that. With my experience, this is just my personal opinion, my personal experience. I don't care that much for paid marketing on the internet. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying you can't go make a lot of money with paid marketing. That'd be foolish of me to say. I have many friends that make a lot of money doing paid marketing. I have friends that make way more than I make doing paid marketing. So I want to make that really clear. This is just my personal take, my personal experience. I don't care for paid marketing. I really enjoy video marketing. Here I am on video, sharing what's on my mind. This is the kind of stuff that I enjoy. So what I would advise is to tune out as many possible distractions as you can, as quickly as you can, whether that comes from your house, your family, your TV, your hobbies. Put as much of that as possible on the back burner urgently. In the case of family, I've literally done that, and maybe it sounds awful. It probably does, to intentionally put your family on the back burner. Sounds awful, right? But here's the thing. Most of the people that I work with, most of the people that I've helped transition out of having a million things on their plate constantly and never having time to even do the basic things they want to do, like relax at the end of a long day. My advice consistently has been, talk to your wife, talk to your husband, talk to your family, talk to your kids. Help them understand that you are deliberately sinking your teeth into something solid with people that know absolutely what they're doing, with people that are good at and have demonstrated over a period of years being good at being hyper productive, highly leveraged, highly strategic in the kind of work that they do, in the execution of that work. And that the plan, the goal, short term, is be really nothing short of life-changing, dramatic, life-changing, massive action. And just really intense focus. I talk about something I have talked about and taught, this thing I call the 90-day push. I did a blog post about it in the last couple months. I'll link that here somewhere for you so you can glance at that and dig in a little deeper. But in that, the basic premise is by strategically choosing to ignore a lot of things, you can dive in and learn, apply, and become an expert at something a lot faster than most ever achieve. If you, going back to the question, what would you do? What specifically would you do if, Christian, if you were stripped of everything except your knowledge, stripped of my contact base, my network, my email list that I've worked hard to accumulate over the last couple of years, what would I do if I had to start over and I had this monthly nut that I had to hit urgently? The simple answer, so I don't keep delaying, is video marketing. That's what I would do. Video marketing doesn't necessarily mean what you see here. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm suggesting you have to go put your face on video. That's the best case scenario. It's not the only option, though. I've done videos and video marketing and generated great activity and conversions using viral videos from all over the world, using other people's content. I'm not stealing or taking advantage of anybody, and that's not what I teach. So without getting into detail, just know that you can share other people's content. You can share popular content to their advantage and to yours. Google eats it up. YouTube likes it. Everybody wins. That is a strategy that we teach at Home Business Labs. So video marketing is what I would do. Absolutely, for sure. And I would do it in the context of strategically tuning out for a time, for 90 days on purpose. Just push everything off your desk you possibly can. Focus wholeheartedly and intensely on just a couple of things, the video marketing and what you got to learn there. Go through our training. Let me show you. So you have a visual here. Let me pull this up on my other screen. Where's my link? Let me show you the kind of training I'm suggesting you focus on here. Let me share my screen. Almost done here. Questions come up, so I wanted to take some time and give a really clear answer. So what you see is my Home Business Labs login. Home Business Labs, in case you don't know, is something that me and 4 of my good friends decided to come together and put together to serve our team, to serve anybody really who wants to learn how to make great money online. So that's Home Business Labs. We've got a great community built around this that you're welcome to participate in. But let me show you the training here. We have a few options. Really, what you ought to start with is the basic training, and I'll show you that here. Very simple, 3 intro videos just to kind of get you up to speed on the lingo and how things work. And then move from there to the pro training. And as you can see here, it's 11 modules. This is not rocket science. This is not going to feel like you're picking up a college degree in something difficult. This is kind of like getting a college degree in video marketing, but it's not hard. It's just not that hard. So here's how the modules work. I'll just give you a heads up. All right, welcome to Video Ranking and Marketing. This will be a 30,000-foot view. My name's okay. That's me. So you can see I'm one of the coaches or instructors here in the lab. Video marketing is my specialty, along with Bobby Baker. So we do the majority of the content here. But this is what I would have you zero in on and focus on. This is what I would zero in on and focus on if I had to start over. Without getting into all kinds of other stuff here, there are other options. There are paid traffic options. There's training on other topics. There's other stuff you can learn here, and some of this will be important over time. And all of this is very, very lucrative stuff that you can do. But for me, I would focus on video marketing. Let me get off my screen share here. So, in closing, I've had a lot of my subscribers lately asking me or making a statement, replying really, because I've been asking people, what's your number? My number was $5,500 a month. What's your number? What would it take to dramatically, totally change your daily quality of life for your family? My number was $5,500 because that covered all of my bills, plus a couple $100 extra to go out to eat every other week or something like that. That was not extravagant. That was paying bills, literally, plus eating out a couple times a month. Okay, very basic. At least here in America, that's basic. That's kind of like just surviving, just kind of getting by. But that would take me out of having to pursue income anywhere else. It would allow me to have a simple focus each day. And this is what happened. Let me tell you a little bit about what happened, because September 25th, when I made my decision, it cost me money. It was scary. I didn't have anything as clear as the message I'm putting together for you here now. I was kind of piecing things together. I was looking at people on Facebook, scrolling down in their history, looking at pictures and posts, and just trying to kind of be a character judge. Just trying to make sure that the content I was seeing, the stories I was seeing, the marketing, because I knew it was marketing. Go look at my Facebook wall. Some of it's marketing. Kind of stalk me if you haven't. Honestly, if you're kind of engaged right now and you're like, I've seen this guy's videos, I've seen this guy's content, or maybe you haven't seen my stuff, but you've been looking at options and you're thinking, I really want to get something going, but I don't know what to do or where to start. You don't have to wonder that stuff anymore. I'm offering to show you the way. So I think part of the decision I had to make, probably part of the decision you would want to consider here carefully, is who is this guy? Is he qualified to lead? I'll just tell you what I wanted to know. What's the guy's family look like? Does he have a lot of friends? Does he have people that rave about him and his leadership and his skill sets, his ability to teach and train? Because it didn't make sense. If somebody's making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $100,000, $200,000 a month, if somebody's making money like that, either he's a one-man show somehow producing tremendous personal results exclusively at that kind of a level, or he has built an environment, a team where his success comes largely through a lot of leverage through the team. In other words, a lot of people making great money. And that's my case. I have a lot of people all over the world making great money. And I don't mean to take a lot of personal credit for that. If you choose to engage, you're the one that has to have that talk with your family. You're the one that every day when you get home from work, you have to get online and go through training. You're going to be the one doing the work. I'm just showing you the way. But I've done that for a lot of people. I enjoy doing that. So if this is something you're considering, weigh your options. Who else out there has taken time to develop a presence like the one you're seeing here? If you really are in a position where you're looking for options, do a little digging on me, do a little digging on my friends, get to a place where you're comfortable with us, and then understand you're going to have to sacrifice financially and time-wise, blood, sweat, and tears. This is a business. This is not a job. Okay, I would say this. I have had some subscribers who write back, who write in, and they say dumb stuff. I'm not trying to offend anybody here, but I'm just going to talk straight for a minute. I'm not offering you a job, okay? This is a business. Isn't a job what you're trying to get away from? Aren't you tired of somebody telling you when you can use the bathroom? Aren't you tired of using a public bathroom? I can tell you, if I had to go to work every day, one of the biggest bummers of my day moving forward would be having to share a bathroom with 100 other people all the time. That would suck. I would hate that. A pet peeve of mine, I guess. But so jobs that you're trying to get away from, right? You want, we all want a certain amount of security, but don't you want upside too? Don't you like the idea of making so much money, adding so much value in the marketplace, because of what you've learned, that you command a monster income online that lets you do whatever you want? Can you imagine that? I was just talking to my family about either going to Hawaii, Atlantis in the Bahamas, or South Africa, or all three. And I'm just reflecting now, the kind of casual conversations we have now, I could not even begin to imagine 2.5 years ago. The conversation we had earlier today would never have happened. It was ludicrous, totally ridiculous, totally absurd to even think about, let alone talk about. It would have just been dumb. It would have been a total waste of time. The bottom line is we get to do what we like to do because I sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of money. It's scary. I had no money. So to me, a couple $1,000s, few $1,000s, it might as well have been $1 million 2.5 years ago. It was very scary. I made it happen. And I understood I am starting my own business online from home. I have coaching. I have somebody that's going to help me copy them, help me mimic and model what they've done. I think I'm starting to ramble now. So I'm going to try to tail this off. This doesn't need to be a big, long thing. The bottom line is I would do video marketing. The training is all here. I just showed you. It's a pretty straight and narrow path. It's not complicated. It's not rocket science. You can see I'm not fancy. I'm not real sophisticated or anything. I haven't shaved in a while. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I work from home. You might have seen my kids running around in the background there. I'm not doing anything you can't do. So if this is appealing, I'm going to give you a couple things. There's going to be a couple links below the video. If you saw this in an email, maybe glance back at the email. There's probably a link or two down there. I'm willing to help you. And let me say this in closing. Help, okay? Help doesn't mean you and I are going to talk on the phone. That is not how I do business. That is not how I recommend you consider doing business online. The second you pick up the phone and start talking to people is the second you lose all of your leverage in your business. What we do here with video, what you can accomplish leveraging my content and my friends' content is going to give you so much time freedom and flexibility in your day-to-day business. So please don't start to pull the trigger on this expecting a phone call from me, because it's not going to happen. You don't need it. You don't need it. The direction, the path is so well lit. It's so clear. We don't need to get on the phone. I'm not saying I don't enjoy talking to people. I do. We just got done with a big event in Las Vegas. We had over 600 people in the room with us from all over the world, all over. And I really enjoyed getting to shake hands and say hi to people and kind of have, side conversations in the hallways and between sessions and stuff. I really enjoy personally interacting with people, especially people that really dig in and go start to succeed. What I am saying, and I'll be really clear on, is your phone is not going to play much of a role in your business. People aren't going to call you. You aren't going to call them, and you and I are not going to talk. We don't need to do that. We have settings where a lot of communication happens, a lot of real-time live training and things like that happen. We have regular hangouts where people interact. You'll have the opportunity to interact with me and the other guys. I do, handle email and Facebook messages and things like that. I'm not saying we won't communicate. I'm just saying we won't talk on the phone. Okay. So I think I've bounced around all over the place, but I hope this gives you a feel for me and the flow of my business and what's reasonable expectation on your side in getting something started. So I'd love to see your comments and questions. This will end up on YouTube and a couple other places. You can either reply to an email, maybe post a comment on YouTube. If you like the idea of working from home, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Take care. I'll see you around.